What up? Y'all know what it is? We back up in your house on your couch with your spouse. About to unbutton her blouse and put my thing in her mouth. Yo, I found this. Look, I got this video right here. 10 years ago, this chick posted this video. This video is 10 years ago. 10 years old, which is way older than Kevin Samuels was even a thought of, even heard about, went viral before he was ever even known. This is a black woman stating why, pretty much her opinions as to why black men don't date black women. Now, again, this is 10 years ago. I want y'all to listen to this video. It's about 7 minutes long, close to 8 minutes long. I'm gonna play it out in its entirety before I give my little bit of commentary at the end. But the reason why this is I wanted to show this is because, again, this is 10 years ago. This is before Kevin Samuels became a thought, and everything she stated, Kevin Samuels has said plenty and many a times before. And her video just proves that it doesn't matter who this message is coming from, male or female. If it's about black women, if it's not positive or not, if it's not positive, not something that's going to inflate their ego or pretty much keep them in the most positive light ever, they're not going to want to hear it. They're going to denounce it, everything. But let's go ahead and check out what she was saying. Now, again, keep in mind, this is 10 years ago. This is 2014. Before, I don't even think the gender war kicked off back then. I don't even think the gender war was on and popping back in 2014. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it really started to about 2000. I would say about 17, 18-ish at the earliest. But no further ado, let's go ahead. Let me run this clip.
And I'm back with another topic, and it is about black women that cannot find a single black man that is successful, because it's kind of like they coexist, and black men that are completely opposed to dating black women. I know that's a long topic, but the reason why I decided to do this is because I was looking at a lot of vloggers yesterday, and there was a lot of black males that are completely opposed to dating black women because they say we lack the ability of being ladylike. We lack a feminine trait. And there was also different races of men that were commenting underneath the vloggers that were saying the same thing, that they would not ever date a black American woman because the lack of a feminine trait. And I'm definitely going to say to the ladies, it's not hard to find a black, successful, intelligent, and attractive black man. Me, myself, I'm married, and I've been married for a few years. And me and my husband, we share the same profession. We're military. But one thing's for certain, I've never taken the criteria of being intelligent off of my list when it came down to dating. Any man that I dated had to be intelligent enough to carry on a conversation other than love and hip hop. So obviously that was something that I wanted. And I knew that it was something that I wanted a man to possess before I even decided to date him. But we both had a strong foundation, and we also had a compatibility when it came down to our profession, and that we were more settled than we were all over the place. So we did not come to the table with a lot of bags. He had one bag, I had another bag, and it was just pretty much our children on the outside of our marriage. So I don't consider our kids as bags. So I mean, some people do, and we definitely don't. But anyway, I do see a lot of the times, even within my own family, and of course I'm black, but even within my own family, I do see a lack of femininity and also, being ladylike. And in my opinion, it's kind of sad, to see a lot of black women downplaying and degrading the black man. The black man that you say you want, or you say you need, or whatever the case may be, but you don't want to be supportive, or you want to wear the pants in the relationship and you don't necessarily want to wear the skirt. So you want to come home and you want to control home and you want to control work and you want to control the kids, but then you're looking for a man. That's kind of like pulling his masculine side out of him and asking him to simper down and become a woman. So firsthand, you have to decide what you really want. Do you want to become single, or do you want a man in your life? Because a man needs his pride, and he also needs his manhood and his masculine. So imagine if you came home and your man is all of a sudden doing all of your wifely duties. Even though someone would say, oh, that's so perfectly fine. But to be honest with you, that would really take away from you being a woman. And there is a big difference from being just a woman, because a woman is just expressing that you have a vagina from being a woman to being a lady. I see a lot of the times different races supporting their men, being beside their men. And when I'm speaking on different races, I'm speaking on Vietnamese, Chinese, Indian, Puerto Rican, whatever the case, white, whatever the case may be, different races that come out to different functions that I go to, and they are very supportive over their men. And I don't see a lot of that within the Black community. I don't see, a lot of Black women, and I'm not trying to downgrade or downplay us whatsoever, but I just don't see a lot of us uplifting our men. We want so much from our relationship, but we are willing to give so little. And the only thing that men really want is not necessarily innocence as if you are a virgin, but they just want something more suitable and more tamed and more ladylike and more, just more feminine. A man wants something close to innocence, even if you're not a virgin. He wants something that is dainty. He wants something that is soft to the touch. That is the reason why we are women. With our hearts, we are supposed to be softer. That is what separates us from feminine and the masculine. And we should never want to be masculine when it comes down to our men. That is what they are for. So, like I said, I'm not trying to discredit our people. Definitely not. I'm not trying to discredit Black American women, but we do have a sense of being distasteful when it comes down to our public actions. And it comes down to talking to our men like they are children, because a lot of Black women do that. And I'm probably going to piss off a lot of Black women, but let it be. A lot of Black women that I see in public, instead of saving the argument for home, you rather carry it out in public. And that really puts shame not upon just yourself, but upon your man and your children, if you have any. And especially, it's embarrassing. Why would you want to argue with your man in public? That just shows that you have a lack of self-control. You really do. So,
that's a very important key point that we really don't talk about in the manosphere today, as far as, the things that's going on with women, what they do with Black men and to us and everything like that. I'm going to go ahead and play it again, but I'm going to speak more about that close to the end of the video.
I definitely don't think it's a hair thing or a makeup thing or eyelash thing, because all women want to feel and look beautiful. And whatever you choose to adhere to your face or to your head is definitely your business. I just really feel like it's more or less of a feminine and a softer side. And us as Black women do need to find that softer side when it comes down to approaching our men, instead of getting upset and, speaking so loudly and speaking so harshly and calling them out of their names or whatever the case may be. How about we approach the situation on a softer tone? And if it's something that becomes explosive in a big argument, just step away. Be the bigger person, be the woman, and set your household to the point where it is humble. That is pretty much my job in my house. My man sets the tone and I humble the household. So if he comes home upset, it is my duty as a wife to humble the household. And I'm not saying everybody's household is supposed to be this way, but that's just how I was raised. I was raised by my father, and my father had his role, and then my mom had hers. So, and I'm not trying to take it back to 1920 something, but to be honest with you, the household was ran, and those marriages outlive any marriage that is 2014 and thus far. So really just, become more feminine, become more softer. Women are supposed to be like flowers. We're supposed to be soft and delicate, and the man is supposed to be harsh. Therefore, that's what gives him the title of being a man. So why would you want to become anything that's close to what he is? Just become much more softer with your approach and how you speak to and how you approach your man about certain situations, and how you approach him when he gets off work. Certain situations can definitely be ignored, and definitely don't have to be a screaming match over it. Just decide to be a little bit more dainty. And of course, hopefully this will gravitate our Black men to come back to us, not being so loud and so boisterous, but actually calming ourselves and being more ladylike. So thank you for tuning in. If you have any comments to leave below, or even if it's negative, leave your comments below. If you have any questions, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever, go ahead and leave it below. And thank you for tuning in. Like I said, this is my opinionated fact. It's definitely not for you to run with and say this is totally, bizarre, whatever.
So, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. And the reason why I wanted to play this video is, again, this is 10 years old. So what this video proves is, of course, I mean, us black men, we already knew this because we were the one amongst the conversations. But Kevin Samuels was not by far the first person or the only person to have, his remarks, ideas, or his stance on black women, and what he see was going on with black women within the community. This is a black woman stating what she sees about other black women in the public. You know what I'm saying? That's how profound this is. Let me say that again. This is a black woman 10 years ago, well before Kevin Samuels, stating what she sees wrong in her very own black women. And everything that she says, there is nothing Kevin Samuel didn't say. Nothing that us as a group of men hasn't been, talking amongst each other. And I just want to play this so the black women who do come across this video, that they can see that, man, Kevin Samuels was never your enemy. I mean, he said it plenty times before, and we've all said it, that he was more trying to help you, trying to help out the community. But I mean, y'all just, took it in the wrong way, bashed him, whatever, because you didn't like his delivery or his tone. When in fact, we know by now that it doesn't matter what the delivery is or what the tone is. If it's something negative, when we're trying to hold you accountable for something, or just pointing certain things out to you that can make a difference, or that we think you should change so you can get the black man that you want. I mean, we get, y'all put up so much of a defense on it, want to fight it, don't want to talk about it. I ain't gonna say don't want to talk about it, but y'all don't want to see the truth. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's not going to help. It's going to further pull us apart than bring us back together. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much it in a nutshell. The one point that she did say that we don't really talk about in the manosphere is, when black women are belittling their man in public, which to me is foul and makes no sense. Like, what happened? Well, I was not just that, but a lot of things. I was going to say, what happened to waiting to get home to hash out y'all problems, or if you want to start an arguments? All this, the black women being loud and talking over their man and belittling him in public, it's just such a bad look. And the men who stay in those type of relationships after that, I mean, 9 times out of 10 you broke limb with her, because there's no way in hell a man will let or continue to live with a woman who's belittling him and emasculating him and shit in private, let alone in public. You know what I'm saying? That alone. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell, y'all. I just wanted to point out that this video was 10 fucking years ago, way before the gender war even erupted. She was seeing this then. And which brings me to another point. If she's a black woman stating this and saw this and pointing this out, then the black women, because, nowadays we see videos like this all the time. More and more black women start to come out with, with their videos and, kind of agreeing with men are saying within the manosphere. But what was my point that I was trying to make? Damn, I forgot where I was going with that. My bad, man. I forgot where I was going there. But anyway, that's all. That's pretty much in a nutshell. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna come back with another video later on. I'm out. Peace.